Hi guys, Selena Walker here, naturopath and nutritionist, living deep in nature here at Ysbryd y Coed, which means spirit of the trees. So I'm here amongst the trees to talk to you about your goals for 2020. Now before 2020 arrived, the end of last year, it was all about goal setting. It was all about reflecting on the previous decade and what can the next decade do for us. And we can get so caught up in the excitement of our goals and our dreams, and the dopamine starts getting released in our brain to prepare us for that dream, and we actually live in the dream in our brain. Sometimes the dream is so dreamy, just that we don't want to step into action. So if you're watching this when it comes out, we are now in March. So we are a quarter of the way almost through the year, and I want to tune in with you. How are your goals looking for 2020? And I'm inviting you to step out a dream into action. You hear me say this a lot, and the reason that is because to achieve our delicious life, we need to take steps. Now you might be saying, "Oh, Selena, I have no idea where to start. My goals are so big." So let me take you back and think small, because if you were at the side of a river and you know you can't leap across to the other side, you have got to look for those beautiful little stepping stones that will hold your weight, be strong enough not to wobble too much, but allow you to get that bit further across. And one day you will reach that gorgeous meadow of your delicious dreams, the other side of the river. But for now, I want you to think about, okay, so what are those first stepping stones? And you might want to take steps to do those stepping stones. So one thing is to find someone that's already doing it. You might decide to follow them if it's online, read their books, listen to their podcasts, or if they're local, actually speak to them, which would be amazing. The second thing you could do is do a course. There's so many masterminds, courses, workshops, webinars online and courses in real life that you could sign up for and listen to and hear directly from someone who is doing it, who's made the mistakes for you so you don't have to, and will give you a step-by-step guide. Some people say, what's the point in paying for courses when everything's out there on YouTube? Well, the point of paying for courses is exactly that. It's set out for you step by step, so you don't get confused and overwhelmed by watching loads of videos. It can just be set out for you exactly how you need it. And it can be that solid stepping stone that you were looking for. I know it's something I go to. And then the third thing you want to think about is, okay, what do I need to feel to reach this goal? Maybe I need to feel healthy. Maybe I need to feel energized. So then you need to come back to those elements of life. You need to look at what you drink, what you eat, what you think, what you excrete, how you move, and how you connect. And you might choose stepping stones for all of those. But what I'm inviting you to do this week is to find that first stepping stone. I sometimes think of goals as a bit like a game of snakes and ladders, if any of you remember that, because you were looking for the ladders and you're looking to crawl up, and if you don't get on that first step of the ladder, then you are fearful of the snake and sliding back to before where you started. So what I'm inviting you to do is grip onto the ladder and hold tight and forget that those snakes even exist, because if you are strong on that ladder, you will just keep climbing high. But you need to be thinking about it constantly. Like these amazing willow trees here, you can see they are preparing to bloom with their pussy willows coming out, and the leaves are even coming out. And these are quite newly planted, and they don't just think about producing leaves and these amazing little buds at this time of year. They are planning for it all year. All year, nature are taking steps to keep going, to keep part of that beautiful cycle of life and death and back to life. So for instance, this willow tree all winter would have kept all the sap inside, would have been energising its roots, would have been taking in all the leaf that have fallen to the floor to absorb in the roots, to give it the energy it needs to grow throughout the years, connecting to all the other trees around it, tuning into what's going on. Are there any threats from any bugs, any threats from any diseases? But it's constantly working on its goal to produce an amazing, beautiful tree and to be part of the bigger picture of the forest and the woodland and part of the even bigger picture, part of nature. And we are exactly like that. Maybe part of you moving forward to your goal is actually thinking, why am I doing this? And getting hold of that bigger picture. What does it look like the other side of the river? What does that wild meadow look like to you? Because as soon as you know exactly what you're aiming for, then that can be your motivation. You can put photographs of it around the place. You can do a vision board or a Pinterest board to remind you of what you're aiming towards. So the best thing you can do is say your goals out loud. So I invite you in the comments below to state your goals and the first step you are taking towards that goal. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, head on over to my website page, selinawalker.earth, and sign up to my free newsletter where I'll share hints and tips weekly with you on how you can live a delicious life. Have a gorgeous week and I'll see you soon.